Today's video is a request by one of our YouTube viewers who wanted to see a Charizard VSTAR deck, so B Magna, this one is for you. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we're going to be playing, like I said, Charizard VSTAR because B Magna asked for a Charizard deck, so here we are. They basically said that more people need to be giving Charizard the respect it deserves, and I do think Charizard is a pretty good Pokemon. I mean, why don't we talk about it when we go over the deck profile? If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. All that kind of stuff tells YouTube this is a good channel and other people should watch it. Also, if you tell me what deck you want to play, then maybe we could just go ahead and do it. If you're in the market for some TCG accessories, I am now affiliated with Dragon Shield, which means you can use the link in the video description to get yourself some awesome Dragon Shield matte sleeves. They're the only ones I use. You show up to regionals looking and feeling like a pro. And if you want to help the channel in a little bit more direct manner, you can become a YouTube member. Click on the button down below to find out how to become a member, what you get for becoming a member, all that kind of stuff. But there is zero expectation for anyone to become a member ever. Just you being here watching is enough for me. Now, with all that out of the way, let's pop over to PTCGO and look at Charizard VSTAR. Charizard VSTAR on its own is a pretty good card. We have the Charizard V that it evolves from. 220 health, 2 retreat cost, Incinerate does 90 damage for 2 fire and a colorless, but before doing damage, you get to discard all tools attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now I say all tools, most of the time your opponent's Pokemon will have one tool, maybe a tool jammer, maybe a air balloon, whatever it is, you go ahead and burn that thing right up. However, there are some Pokemon like Honchkrow V that can have multiple tools attached, and you get rid of all of them. Heat Blast, 3 fire and a colorless does 180. We're not super interested in Charizard V unless we absolutely need that Incinerate attack. We do have Charizard VMAX on the other hand, 330 health, 3 retreat cost for 3 colorless energies. We hit Cost Slash, which does just a flat 100 damage, and then G-Max Wildfire for 3 fire, 2 colorless, 300 damage, but you do have to discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Now, if you have a double turbo energy, you're hitting for 280. However, that discarding part becomes a little bit easier because you just discard the double turbo energy and then next turn throw another double turbo energy, and you could use G-Max Wildfire all over again. So really cool. We could slap a Choice Belt on this to be hitting for up to 330. So really, even 310 is a pretty good marker to hit. So Charizard VMAX is going to be taking out some of the bigger Pokemon in the game, things like Mew VMAX, things like Gengar VMAX. I know we're not one-hitting Gengar, but they're going to be taking damage from their Houndoom Single Strike Roar. So yeah, even if they use like something like Pain Explosion, they're going to put damage on themselves. So same thing with Single Strike Urshifu, and this is going to just completely obliterate most things in the game, including other V-Stars. Speaking of V-Stars, we have our Charizard VSTAR, 280 health, and Explosive Fire, 2 fire and a colorless, 130 damage, but if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, it hits for an additional 100 damage, which means for 3 energies, you're hitting consistent 230. Choice Belt, you're hitting for 260. Really, really nice. We do have Star Blaze, 3 fires and a colorless, you're going to be hitting for 320. However, you have to discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. And the big thing is that you can only use 1 V-Star power per game. So this is where V-Star powers get a little interesting, because not only do we have Charizard V-Star, but we have Arceus V-Star, and its V-Star power is Starbirth, which is an ability that you can use during your turn to search your deck for any 2 cards you want and put them into your hand. Super, super good ability. So now we have to choose between using Starbirth and using the Star Blaze. So that's kind of why we have Charizard VMAX. In case we do use Starbirth and we can't Star Blaze, we can still hit for big chunks of damage with G-Max Wildfire. Now, one of the reasons we have Arceus VSTAR in this deck, in addition to the Starbirth ability, is the Trinity Nova and Trinity Charge on Arceus V. In the case of Arceus VSTAR, Trinity Nova for 3 colorless energies hits for 200 damage, and we can search our deck for 3 basic energies and attach them to our Pokemon V in any way we like. G-Max Wildfire, Star Blaze, Explosive Fire, all these attacks are high energy cost, especially when we have to discard energies after using Gmax Wildfire or Star Blaze. So we can power up our Charizards very easily using things like Trinity Charge and Trinity Nova, so we can get these attacks off a little bit faster. Moltres is a nice single prize attacker because it has 120 health, and for just 1 fire energy, Inferno Wings does 20, but if you have any damage counters, it does an additional 70. So you're going to be popping Meloettas with Moltres, no problem. We have Crobat and Lumineon as our support Pokemon to either draw or find a supporter. Speaking of supporters, Boss, Marnie, Research, nothing crazy there. We do have Raihan in case one of our Pokemon get knocked out. We can go ahead and get an energy from the discard and then search our deck for any card we want. Speaking of getting energies from the discard, as we attack, as we discard energies with Quick Balls and Ultra Balls as our Pokemon search, as Pokemon get knocked out, energies are going to end up in the discard, and we can use Magma Basin to get those energies from the discard and accelerate them to one of our benched fire type Pokemon. Now it has to be fire type and it has to be benched. So Magma Basin is extremely limited in how well it can function, but when we use Magma Basin to accelerate an energy, the Pokemon we attach the energy to takes 20 damage, and that's going to activate the secondary effects of Charizard VSTAR and Moltres. So there's a lot going on here. Personally, I think it all pairs really well. We have a couple of copies of Boss's Orders. We talked about our Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, Evolution Incense as our Pokemon search, and then we do have Energy Search just in case we need to find an energy so we can discard it with Quick Ball to get it into the discard so we can accelerate using Magma Basin. We can kind of find it a little bit easier. This way we don't necessarily have to waste a Starbirth to find an energy. And we can save that V-Star power for something like Star Blaze should we need it. That's pretty much the deck. The idea is to just get energies out and then start taking big KOs on Pokemon V-Stars, and maybe even V-Maxes with Charizard. So let's see how it does. Going into game number 1, we're going to win the coin flip, which is surprising for me. I feel like I never get to win the coin flip. And our opponent had no basic Pokemon. We do get an Arceus V and a Quick Ball, so that's pretty nice. So we can go ahead and find ourselves a Charizard V. I don't really know what we're playing against. This isn't super telling. They had to take 3 mulligans, so maybe we get a little bit of information here. It looks like we're probably playing Dragapult. Yep, we are. The coin kind of gave it away, but we're going to choose a Pokemon. No, we're okay. And we get the Charizard V. We're going to attach the Fire Energy here. We are not going to attach the Double Turbo Energy because I don't want them to go turn 1 Fan of Waves. So that's something to consider. And we're going to save the Magma Basin in case they try to draw down a Path to the Peak. And I think that's all we need to do right now. Because if they do Crushing Hammer away our Fire Energy, no problem. We can go ahead and get Magma Basin to accelerate it onto the Charizard and then just Double Turbo Energy, Trinity Charge, and be in an okay spot. So they're going to probably just keep calling. That's fine with us. This thing has, what, 210? I'm going to get rid of the Magma Basin. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Magma Basin. Yeah. We'll get the Arceus V-Star, we'll get a Boss, and we'll get a Choice Belt. And that'll hit for 210. We'll knock out that Dragapult. I do not want that thing really coming into the active. So that's kind of how we're going to handle this. Boss and Choice Belt. And we just kind of have the juice right now. We'll bring that up. We can evolve into the V-Star just so it's a little harder for them to knock us out. And we can go ahead and get another Charizard V onto the bench. Just so if I need to evolve into the VMAX, I'm able to. And we are going to accelerate. We have a bunch of energies in the deck, so that's good. And I think we're in a pretty safe spot to spread out this energy a little bit. Get the Evolution Incense. That's really nice for the Charizard VMAX. We do have a Marnie. So the odds of us, even if they Phantom Waves that double turbo energy away, we're in a pretty good spot to just be able to retreat, or they're going to Marnie. Okay. So there goes our Marnie, our Evolution Incense. But it's okay. I have not seen a Dragapult deck in a minute. And this actually kind of really works out. Even if they do go ahead and hit the Crushing Hammers or Phantom Waves, we just attach this Fire Energy and switch. Now, we don't have any damage counters on our Charizard V-Star. So this Explosive Fire is only going to hit for 130. Now, that's enough to knock out Sobbles, Drasios, even Inteleons, which have 120 health. But, yep, here comes that Phantom Waves that we expected. So they desperately want to get rid of that double turbo energy. And since I had already used my Starburst, I can't go and search for it. That's fine. Like I said, we have the energy. We have the switch in hand. We have a bunch of energies. And we do have Energy Search. So there's always the chance that I research. I can always research. They're going to Escape Rope. Okay. Not really sure what their game plan here is. But we'll see what we top deck. A double turbo energy would... if we could top deck a double turbo energy, oh man, that would just be... oh god, that would be so unfortunate for our opponent. Because then we would just be able to go ahead and really power up all of our Charizards. And we'll just have to take out one VMAX, basically. I'm surprised to go in the Evolution Incense. They're assuming I don't have a Marnie. But we get an Evolution Incense of our own. So we're going to use it. We're going to get the Charizard VMAX. We're gonna go, and I think we're gonna get a little. Let's do this because I will likely get a Magma Basin. There we go. We'll put it onto you. Now we can Energy Search. We didn't necessarily find what we were looking for, and we wanted a double turbo energy. We have 3 in the deck, so not hitting one was a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead. I don't want to discard any of this. Really want to find a double turbo energy. And we still don't. Man, that hurts. That really hurts. There's our Marnie. Oh, man. Alright. Well, we'll have the Lumineon, I guess. So let's see. They have the Marnie. So they had a draw supporter in their hand. So either way, even if I Marnied them, they would have been seeing a bunch of extra cards. There's our double turbo energy. Now they have the path to the peak. So don't even get to use my Lumineon. And We're actually going to go ahead and attach it here. And we're going to thin the deck just a little. Let's get... I don't think we need another Charizard, so that's fine. So we'll research it away. Get the Raihan, it's pretty nice. So then we can Raihan, search for Magma Basin, attach Magma Basin if they knock out this Charizard. We're going to actually throw this down to try and bait them into doing that. And we are just 2 prizes away. We have a boss's orders. I'm not going to be able to knock this out. It only hits for 3. It has 320 health. This will only hit for 310 with the Choice Belt. So they're going to hit. This is a 2-hit KO. I think I'm okay. Because even this Charizard V-Star is only a 2-prize Pokemon. And I can just boss's orders this Dragapult if they don't evolve it. Yeah, that's unfortunately game for them. I mean, it's great for us, but so we take up this and we just hit it with the explosive fire, hit it for 230, call it a day. Going on to game number 2, see if we can pull out something similar to game number 1. We're probably playing an Arceus deck based on the deck box and the coin that our opponent's using. So if we can go first again, we did win the coin flip. Very, very nice. So let's see what we start. Oh, come on. We have 1 Crobat. And we have 3 Arceus and 3 Charizards. And we start Crobat. Man, that's so lame. So lame. Hello. I think we have to get an Arceus. So we'll do that. We're playing an Arceus Ice Rider, which is just a really bad matchup. We're just going to leave this into the active for now. Man, yeah, they not only do they hit us for weakness, but we had a terrible start. So this kind of stuff happens, unfortunately. Sometimes you go against a water deck when you're playing fire. Sometimes you go against an electric deck when you're playing water. Or in the case of Ice Rider, or Steel deck. Weakness exists, and it's definitely a thing. So now we have to play around that. We're already behind. Our opponent's going to be able to Melanie onto this Arceus, and then Trinity Charge up their Ice Rider V, which is not what you want to see. I mean, especially if they discard a Water Energy with this Quick Ball right now, which they don't. They discard a Sobble. Usually, I mean, discarding Sobbles is generally not the thing you want, but when it can guarantee you a Lumineon so that you can get your Melanie, unless they go for the Research. There's a chance they always go Research or Marnie. You know their hand must be really tight when they're discarding Sobbles. Generally, anything that runs Inteleon does not want to discard Sobbles. And they go Adventurous Discovery. I will admit I did not see that one coming. Maybe it's the right play. Yeah, but I didn't see that one happening. Because now if they search for, yeah, I'm going to immediately Marnie them next turn. So, yeah. Well, we're going to switch just to get that out of the active. I guess we get rid of our Pokemon. Definitely going to get knocked out later. So I think we go another Arceus. Because they could just, well... We'll throw it down. And then we're just going to Marnie away their Arceus and their Ice Rider. What do we get? That's really all I can do. Should I have used the Starburst? Probably not, but I'm afraid they're going to use their Starburst and then path me, and then I'm kind of stuck. I would have had the Magma Basin, but if they Starburst path Marnie me, you know, it's a very real concern with something like Ice Rider, that aside from Arceus and this Lumineon, there's the path. But now they can't Starburst either. So that's very interesting that they chose to do that. And they're going to go ahead and likely evolve. And if they don't, I want to knock out whatever Ice Rider they accelerate to. They're going to go Power Edge. Really? And let's go ahead and Trinity Nova will take the KO. And we'll attach some energies. And they're all going to go on Charizard V here. That Ice Rider scares me, if I'm being honest. But maybe going on to the Arceus was probably the better play, because then they knock me out. Actually, unless they evolve, if they evolve, then I'm in trouble, because that'll knock me out. If they don't evolve, I'm actually in a pretty good spot. So now they have the Water Energy in the discard for Melanie. They go in another Ice Rider. Hit me with just a Power Edge or Trinity Charge. Your choice. Trinity Charge will scare me more, because then they're going to have two Ice Riders fully set up. And they go with the Power Edge again. Alright. I don't want to Marnie them. It seems like they don't have a very good hand. So I really don't want to Marnie. And we'll start to set up our Charizard here. And we'll go ahead. And yeah, we'll our Charizard V and Star and VMAX are all ready to go. And that Lumineon, I'm going to knock out this Arceus V, V-Star, whatever it becomes next turn. And then just Power Edge. Yeah, I definitely don't want to Marnie them. They have nothing. I mean, maybe now I can, because I'm going to get a couple of prizes. And I also have nothing. But we'll see what we top deck. We get an Arceus. Yeah, I'm going to Marnie. I'm going to try to find something here. We get an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball's not bad. I don't think we need these anymore. And we prized our Charizard VMAX. Or did I discard it? No, it's prized. Alright. Then we will just go ahead and knock out this Arceus. Really hope we can find a Magma Basin. There's a Charizard VMAX. And we get a research. I need that path to go so I can Lumineon for a boss and knock out that Lumineon on my opponent's side. And I can do it with either the Charizard V-Star or the VMAX. It does not matter. But I gotta do it with something. But at this point, they really have no reason to get rid of that path because their Arceus is no longer in play, so they can't V-Star. And we've talked about this so many times in the past. Playing that Adventurer's Discovery to get all those cards was a real problem. They were probably banking on using Starbirth the next turn. They're going to Raihan onto this Ice Rider. Okay. Alright, at least they're evolving. So I just need a boss or a Magma Basin, and I win. Since they had already used their Raihan. And they go double Turbo Energy on Ice Rider? What is... Am I missing something? I guess they could technically ride at a High King with it. It won't do very much. I don't have a lot of Pokemon in play. And also it's 20 less damage. So we have the Air Balloon. If I don't find what I need this turn, I lose. Well, I'm pretty sure we just lose. Three Magma Basins and a boss in the deck. Can't find any of them. So... And I don't have escape rope, so research doesn't do anything for me. Because this is going to hit for 300. I can only hit for 310 with that double turbo energy. Man, that's so lame. So lame. Watch, we find it immediately off this research. Still don't actually find it. It's also pretty lame. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can really do. Unless... No, I don't have Magma Basin, so I can't do that either. I can't even... I was thinking maybe I Moltres. I go with the Moltres Infernal Wings and ping it for 20, and then I can G-Max Wildfire next turn. But I don't have the Fire Energy to do it. Because I don't have a Magma Basin or a Fire Energy. So if they have a boss, they win. They were likely to win anyway. If they don't, I have a chance. If they don't have a boss, I have a chance. So... But yeah, we'll see. They're gonna ping my Charizard VMAX. It doesn't matter, right at a High King if they just discard both energies, gets them to KO anyway, regardless of the ping. Because that'll do 500 damage because I'm weak to water. And this hits for 250, and they don't have it, so there's still a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yep. Doesn't matter. If I didn't have the double turbo energy, it would have been enough. It would have been enough without it. But it's just not. So yeah, it's unfortunate. We just can't. You don't have the quick shooting. You just max lance, and that's gonna be game. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. Had a couple of different win conditions. Couldn't find any of them. Moltres with an energy, boss, Magma Basin while I had the Lumineon. Any of it would have been fine. And sometimes you just don't hit them. They have a Charizard V-Star. It honestly worked a lot better than I expected. I don't really think there's too much I could have done differently in that last game. Maybe I didn't need to take the Ice Rider KO. Maybe I could have saved that Starburst, but you know, overall, I thought the deck played really well, and that we should maybe consider it a little bit more. But that's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment. We talked about that at the beginning of the video. Check out the link for Dragon Shield products, and I will see you next time.